All right, guys, it's another exciting edition of Bounce Sports. And of course, we'll be looking at the Super Eagles list for the Africa Nations Cup qualifiers against Seychelles, and of course, the Tigers' preparation for the FIBA Women's World Cup. Tunde, Super Eagles are preparing for the qualifiers against the Seychelles. The list is out, and of course, Ganetro has his work cut out for him.
Yeah, after the World Cup in Russia, of course, attention is shifted now to qualifying for the African Nations Cup. We all know that the Super Eagles, since they won it in 2013, have failed to qualify for Africa's biggest football tournament. 2015, they couldn't make it there. 2017 was the same case. So we're hoping that they could get it right in 2019, and we have 24-man list already given out by Genetro just last weekend. Of course, the list has some couple of new names, and we hope that they can come and deliver for Nigeria.
Okay, Captain John Obi Mikel, Victor Moses, he has retired, and some other top guns will not be, in this squad. Do you think we should expect something less?
No, I don't think we should expect something less, particularly the fact that we are playing a team like Seychelles. If I check the FIFA rankings, they should be way back behind Nigeria. Yeah, we could miss what Victor Moses brings to the table, but ordinarily, even if he hasn't retired and he wasn't invited for this game, it shouldn't cost a stare. Nigeria has a lot of talents that can do the job, and when you look at the people Roy has kept fit in, the likes of Samuel Carlo, the likes of Ariel Yekuru, yeah, young, but they are talented and should be able to deliver.
All right, Bounce Sports was able to speak with some journalists, concerning this list for the game against Seychelles, and we bring you their insights.
Okay, the Super Eagles coach released a 24-man list recently for the African Cup of Nations. What is your take on this list, considering a number of new faces in that list?
It looks to me like the same thing we had when the Super Eagles played South Africa and lost in Uyo. It's a relatively inexperienced team. To have 5 new inclusions, 3 previously uncapped and 2 who were not part of the World Cup. All in all, it is good for futuristic purposes, but it also raises its concerns and worry about the quality of players that we now invite to the Super Eagles. The Super Eagles is not looking like the Super Eagles we used to know. It seems anybody on the street, or as long as you go to Europe, you get a shirt in the national team.
So far, so good. With the bulk of the boys that were listed are those that played at the World Cup. So it's just a kind of a few players coming in to join them, and some players that have not been regular with the national team. I'm even impressed with the invitation of Kelechi Nwakali. He showed very well that he has what it takes to be future of Nigeria football. The most important thing is we should not put pressure on them, because that has been the major problem we are facing in this country. Putting pressure on new players that are coming into the national team and making them, and at the end of the day, they fail to perform. But bringing them in, let's see what they can bring to the table. Seychelles is the team, so we are not playing South Africa that will say we need to roll out the old arsenal. I think they deserve their call up, and let's see what they can do.
Yeah, really, a brilliant list, continuity, experience, blend with young players. Some players are injured, and 1 or 2 players are coming in as fresh ideas and fresh faces, in the team. Really make a lot of sense. I think it's a very balanced team. I mean, when you have continuity with quality, with new younger players, it makes it very interesting and make it a very competitive squad. I think it's a very good squad.
Super Eagles missed out on the last 2 editions of AFCON, and this time around they lost their first qualifiers against South Africa.
Don't bring me back, man. Yeah, you just took me back to the worst days, some of the worst days of our football. If somebody told me, if I had it in a dream, perhaps I wouldn't have loved to wake up, that Nigeria, the giant of Africa, one of the biggest teams in the black world, would miss the continent's top football competition for 2 years. I mean, for 2 editions consecutively. That for me was, the worst it could get for our football. I still feel like I told some of my friends, we have a team that can go to South Africa, beat them convincingly, and then, we can move on from there.
Winger Victor Moses will not be in this squad. Do you see any difference from what we saw in Russia?
It will be a big difference. Mikel comes to the team with a lot of leadership quality. with a lot of experience. I mean, saw him closely in Russia, so it will really be a big miss for Mikel Obiabele. Victor Moses also. Mr. Moses gives you different options. You know, at the World Cup, you could play from the right back, you could play, you know, the attack also. I think these two players are very, very, you know, big omission from the team. But for Moses, we have to respect his decision. They want to retire. For Mikel Obi, is beginning to be aging, and you know, this really gives us a lot of sense for us to really work hard and how to replace these two players. But I think we still have quality, you know, to meet up, you know, our opponents next month, and they will be missed. But I think we have quality to meet up with them.
Welcome back, and of course the Tigers they are preparing for the FIBA Women's World Cup. Remember, they are the defending African champions, and of course they will be, you know, going to Spain for the World Cup to represent 180 million Nigerians. Preparation is on. They had their preparation in the United States of America, and they are here in Lagos to put finishing touches to their preparation. Now, Tunde, I mean, a lot on this team.
Yeah, of course, you know, the Tigers, they are the defending champions of Africa, but that is going to be a different kettle of, it's going to be a different kettle of fish at the World Cup, because, you know, the World Cup, you have the best from all the continents, from Europe, from Asia, and of course, in as much as I have so much belief in the Tigers team, I'm sure they have to work hard to make an impact in Spain.
Okay, top players, you know, we remain the team players that won the 2017, you know, Women's African, you know, Cup in this team is in Lekalu and a lot of, you know, other girls. I mean, but this is the worst stage.
Yeah, this is the worst stage, and when you look at the makeup of the Tigers, we have players playing across the world, some playing in America, some in Spain, and across the different leagues across the world. So yes, they have the experience, but like I said, they will have to go extra mile. Of course, when you look at the AfroBasket, they won all their games right from the opening game to the final. They were undefeated all through, but I don't expect such stroll in the park at the World Cup. Yeah, they should give a good show of themselves. Maybe a quarter-final or a semi-final finish won't be bad for me.
But one thing worthy of note is that the coach that took them to the African, Cup is not the coach, you know, taking them to Spain. Do you think somehow this could have an effect on this team? Yeah,
it's either ways. Of course, everybody was shocked when they heard about the sacking of Sam Vincent. And when you look at a coach that won the African championship, you would expect that they would be able to follow up and going into the World Cup. But some wrong things happen, and we have a new coach, and that is where we are right now. We just hope that the new coach can do enough to give Nigeria a good show in Spain.
Okay, Bounce Sports was still able to speak with some members of that team, and we bring you their voices.
The new coach coming in, I was really amazed how he took over the program, and from what we've been doing when he wasn't here, he tried to implement that also to his strategy and have us walk our way from whatever we've been doing. And he's been very understanding and working with the team to make sure I and my teammates were really okay and we understand the play. He's been very understanding with us, and he's been doing a good job.
Yeah, and you look at the federation, how supportive is the federation towards actualizing the dream of you girls at the FIBA World Cup?
They've been very supportive, trust me. I played with the national team for a couple of years now, and this year is way different compared to whatever we've experienced in the past. Having 2 months of training camps before a tournament, that's really amazing. We haven't had that much time before, and the management, Magda Ben, she's been doing a great job to make sure we get our sponsors and make sure we got everything that we need to our treatment and recovery and everything. So she's been very active and making sure we get everything we need. So the management has been doing really good so far. We're staying in a nice hotel. We never had that before, so everything's been going really well. They're preparing us mentally to perform on the court.
The Tigers are training for the FIBA World Basketball Championship. So far, how's it been since you guys arrived in Nigeria?
It's been really good. It's been intense. We were practicing 7 days a week, twice a day. Camp has been intense. Camp has been motivated. The girls are staying together. We're working hard. We're just trying to stay together and just prepare for the World Cup because it's a different stage.
Okay, you guys had some training in the United States of America before coming to Nigeria. How was the experience like?
The experience there was the same. It was intense. Of course, we had some air conditioning, so it was a little bit more relaxed, but it's the same. You know, we just translate it from one court to the next.
What should Nigeria look forward to as the defending African champions going to the world stage in Spain? What should Nigerians expect from the Tigers? A gold medal.
A gold medal. Simple as that. Period.
Are you gonna?
Gold medal.
So, like the previous interview, you said if you were not playing, you would have been singing. Did you say that?
No, of course, I'm a horrible singer. I don't know. If I'm not playing basketball, I'll be writing or I'll be teaching.
First, I want to appreciate the Federation for the opportunity given to all the players. This is the first of its kind ever since basketball has come to stay in Nigeria. We had a very lengthy period, which was a month in the United States, in Atlanta, and it has been a great experience. We had over 20-something players on the team. We were able to narrow them down to 11, whereby the second phase of the championship is taking place here in Lagos. It wasn't easy, and because this is the first of its kind, whereby you're going to see all 4 players, all professional, trying to fight for a shirt, and it was so very difficult for us, but at the end, that is one of the tasks that a coach must always do, and we were able to come out with a 12-man squad to come and also join the other players who are here in Nigeria who were not given the visa to join us in the US. Preparation-wise, I would say great. We have at least shoot to 45%. We are hoping at the time we would have gone to the second phase in 2 weeks' time. We should be able to tell Nigerians how ready the team is for the World Championship. Trying to get the chemistry of the team with the new players that just joined the team, and then after that we'll now start playing friendly games. We're going to have 2 friendly games with the female teams, and also 2 friendly games with the male team, which we're actually looking at the second phase the second week of the training program here in Lagos.
No, it's a tough group, and but we're tough too. The world's gonna see. We don't want to talk about it. We just want to do it. You don't walk into a fight with a gunfight with a knife. You can't have knife confidence in a gunfight. Come on now. So we're walking into a real battle, and we're going to help people understand that Nigeria ain't nobody to look past. And we're preparing. No pressure. Scared. Shh. I'm too old to be scared. I don't buy green bananas anymore. I'm not waiting for anything. I mean, we can win the gold medal. That's not going to do anything for my career. This is pure basketball for me. You know, I just want to win. I'm a winner. And I associate myself with winners. And Nigeria has the making of being big-time winners through the years. And we want to make a statement where from this point on, when you prepare for Nigeria, you better get your hard hat and your lunch pail and get ready, because you're going to be in a fight.
Hi, my name is Kiki.
Sean Canterbury.
Deyemi Okolawon.
Je m'appelle Ufoma McDermott.
Ronke Odusoya.
Sean Wajaya.
And you're watching
Bounce
TV.
TV.
To see a lot more,
click here to subscribe, okay?